What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm on the run getting things done. I've actually just reached my next destination, so before I get in there, I'm gonna connect with you guys for a bit. Let's get to the topic at hand, and this DDG with seeing his son. Now, you guys know this is one of them things that's near and dear to me. Fathers, spending time with their boys, being able to raise their boys, and fathers are absolutely necessary in the black community. Fathers being absent has been it's been catastrophic. Fathers have stood back or went away or whatever it was they were doing. They claiming the mama kept them away, whatever. Fathers have not been around, and as a result, the women have been the leaders of the community, and that has provided disastrous results. People don't like to face that, they don't like to talk about it, but that's been what it is. When you sit back and you let the community be ran by the women, you're going to get disastrous results. This is why you don't have a lot of the issues that the black community has, popping up in other communities. You don't have, as many sassy boys, overly emotional boys in these other communities. Do they exist? Yes, but it's nothing like in the black community. You don't have the single moms acting like the sons are their husbands anywhere near to the degree in other communities that you do in the black community. I see different pictures, like, Jess Hilarious had posted that one picture where her and her son, she was appearing naked or nearly naked, and her son was, straddled on her. It just was a very strange picture. And even though we know that there was no inappropriate intent behind it, but the picture itself is still weird for a mom to take a picture like that with her son. If the father was with her, the father was in the picture, do you think that he would have allowed a picture like that to be done? This is how you know that a man is not around, because certain things just are not going to happen if there's a man in the picture. I seen a Spider-Man picture with the mom. The boy was hanging upside down in the Spider-Man costume, and the mom was kissing him on the lips the way Mary Jane was doing. Again, that's that son husband stuff. Why are you replicating? And I get it, we all love Spider-Man, but you are replicating a romantic kissing with your son. That's weird. And I'm telling you, there's no dad in the picture in that situation either. So this is what I mean. Dads have to be around. Dads have to be hands-on, especially when raising boys, because the women are not capable of raising boys to be men. Can they raise him from being a child to an adult? Yes, because regardless, the time is going to pass. He's going to become an adult, but they can't raise a boy to be a man. That's the difference. So DDG, he's got a kid with Halle Bailey of, she was in the Little Mermaid remake. We're not even going to get into that about, Disney and the weird stuff that they've been on. But he apparently has been having some issues with seeing his son. He claims that she's been keeping him from seeing his son. Personally, I think it's kind of strange to talk about that sort of stuff publicly, because I've noticed the mom, she's not really been all that public about it. I mean, she'll say something here and there, but she really, from what I've seen, has kind of been more private than not about what's going on with her and DDG. DDG's a Pontiac native, guys from here. So, I got no ill feelings, no ill will toward him. Nothing that I'm saying here is meant as a dig towards him. But it's just, I usually expect women to kind of be so public with the stuff like that going on. And in this case, it's like he's the more vocal about it and she's the more private about it. It's an interesting switch of dynamics. But he said that she's been basically keeping him from his son. And you guys know I was very critical of Dr. Umar for using that excuse for why he wasn't around. But I don't have that same energy for DDG. And if you guys are wondering why, I'll explain. One, DDG's son is literally months old, where Dr. Umar's daughter is 22. That is a colossal difference, so he's been around. He's just mad that it's been a few weeks or a month or something like that since he's seen his son, where Dr. Umar been 22 years. So huge difference. He's not gonna get the same energy because they not moving the same. And number two, DDG's young. Dude is in his early 20s. So he may honestly not know about the different rights that fathers have when it comes to visitation. He may honestly not know, and he may not have people around him who know. Because once upon a time, I didn't know. I had to figure this stuff out. I didn't have any people around me just kind of schooling me, telling me, hey, you need to know this, you need to know that. It'd be good if you know this or that. I had to kind of learn this stuff on my own. And he's like right there in the moment. This stuff is just now happening to him. Because to my understanding, he hasn't had no kids before his son that he has now. So he's getting a crash course on how to move in these sort of situations. So no, I don't have the same energy for him that I did for Dr. Umar, because Dr. Umar let 2 decades and counting go. And now he wants to claim, the mom kept me away, or you could have found me, you weren't looking for me, all of that stuff, which I think is just really ridiculous. And it doesn't absolve you from not seeing your kid. It's your kid. You have to make an effort to find them. Why are you sitting back like, well, you didn't look for me? No, it's your kid. You're supposed to go looking for them. So DDG was not giving the impression that he didn't want to see his kid. He knows where his kid is, but he's like, his mom is keeping him from seeing him. And I see that he had his kid on stream either yesterday or the day before. So he's got access to his son again for now. But hopefully in the future, he doesn't run into these issues. And if he does, he might have to go ahead and get the courts involved. I think it's better for the parents and for the kid if the parents can be mature enough to work out some sort of arrangement to where this isn't a thing. It's like, hey, I want to see my kid on this day. Or, hey, I want to see my kid on that day. Okay, come get him. I'll have this and that. I'll have a bag ready for you. It's just better for everybody involved when the adults can behave like adults and make mature decisions when it comes to the betterment of the child. But that's not always the case. But if you need to get the courts involved, you may not want to, but you may have to. Because please believe, if she wants something done and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, she's not going to hesitate to go down there on him. The women never hesitate to go down there and weaponize the courts on the dad. The dads are oftentimes very reluctant to enforce this. The men exercise a level of gentleness that the women don't. The men still be kind of in their feelings. Oh, I don't want to do this. It's kind of bull. I wish it wasn't that way. The women don't be doing that. All right. They going to get down there and they going to do what needs to be done. And that's just how it's going to be. But I'm going to leave it there. This situation seems to be resolved for the moment, and I hope it continues to be that way for him. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.